I think that we were all interested in movies. My brothers and I growing up, my parents loved movies, took us to the movies a lot. So we were all interested in movies, but I don't think any of us thought we would become actors. I think that only began when I met Wes Anderson, and he wanted to be a director. And so he and I started writing together, and then he wanted my brothers and I to act in it, and so that's the way it started. I think to grow up in Dallas and to have said at school, like, you want to be an actor in Hollywood, people would have thought, okay, yeah, and I want to be a professional football player. It sounds sort of like, yeah, like no one, yeah, like, well, who gets to, yeah, lucky, it takes a lot of luck. He was the head of the PBS station in Dallas.
I read that was the first network or station that aired
Monty Python. Yeah, good research. Yeah. I didn't really know it as a child, but as an adult, I've met some of the guys from Monty Python, Terry Gilliam, and he actually said that my father, just what you were saying, was the first station to carry them, and that helped to break them in America. So yeah, so it's great that my dad is connected with that. And then the one I really loved almost more than Monty Python was John Cleese, Fawlty Towers. Did you ever hear of this? This is a show. John Cleese was a member of Monty Python, and he did a show where he's the manager of a hotel, and it's called Fawlty Towers. And to me, that was one of the funniest shows ever. You just have to see it. He's just a great character, Basil Fawlty, and sort of just a great character. There's a famous episode of Fawlty Towers where they have some German guests come to stay at the hotel, and Basil is telling everyone, whatever you do, don't mention the war. Don't mention the war. And then as soon as he meets them, all he can do is talk about, and so it's just very awkward. So it's a lot of kind of awkwardness and stuff. And so by the end of that show, after he's told everyone in the hotel, don't mention the war, he can't stop from saying stuff. By the end, he blows up at them and is, yelling at them, and it's just really, there's a sense of absurd to it that I really like. Well, it's not necessarily, but there's different types of comedy. I find that that's a style of comedy that I really appreciate. Yeah, I was an English major and Wes was a philosophy major.
So I guess that you read a lot.
I didn't, because I wasn't a very good student, so I didn't graduate. When I read a lot is as a kid. I was the biggest reader in my school, and always as a little kid I read so much, and my parents read to me and my grandmother read to me, and I really feel that helped me a lot, because it's something about hearing so many stories and reading them at a young age that I think even now gives me a good sense of story, and helps me as an actor. Yeah, I was reading, the stuff they're reading, he likes like Captain Underpants, and it's okay. There's actually some kind of funny stuff, but I just started reading to them Stuart Little, which is by E.B. White, which was a great one that somebody read that to me as a kid, so I'm rediscovering it now, and it's so well written, and it's so funny, and it actually, somehow the writing reminds me a little bit of Wes, which isn't surprising because Wes loved The New Yorker and read The New Yorker a lot as a kid, and E.B. White is maybe one of the most famous New Yorker writers. Well, it was E.B. White and the Chronicles of Narnia. They read to me at school, and there's something about you that kind of reminds me of Wes a little bit. Yeah, there's something. Yeah, there really is. That's funny. So yeah, Chronicles of Narnia. So many things. I would like to work with.
Your question is, which side am I on? Good question.
Well, you know, I just saw Phantom Thread and loved it, and but I guess I already worked with Paul Thomas Anderson, but I think he's great, and you know, Scorsese, yeah, Scorsese, right? You know, obviously, yeah, because with Scorsese, you know, those are some of my favorite movies and had such a big impact on me when I saw them. When I saw Taxi Driver and Raging Bull, and yeah, so just to be connected with the person who made those movies would be amazing. Goodfellas, yeah.
All right, Owen, that's all. Thank you very much for this interview.
Thank you.